He's finished here at Braintree Town, nil, Altrincham nil, and with the new Altrincham manager Neil Gibson. Neil, what are your overall thoughts on the performance today?
Yeah, really pleased with the players' efforts and endeavours. It's a very difficult, obviously, last 2 or 3 days for the group. Obviously, Thursday everything changes at 12:30, and they've worked with Phil Parkinson and Neil Gibson obviously for a long period of time, and those two guys have done absolutely excellent over at the football club over a long period of time. So for the players to take on board the information we were giving them, for them to buy into it as quickly as they did, and for their attitudes and application to be as it has been for the 3 days, it's a special group. I firmly believe that. I've walked into a number of different groups previously to work with new teams, and this is the best group that I've walked into how they've taken on board the information as soon as they have, and how they've applied themselves as quickly as possible. So in terms of today's game, could we be better in possession of the ball? Absolutely. Could we create more chances? That's absolutely stuff that we need to work on. But short term, what I wanted to see a real fight about us, where we were going to put our bodies on the line not to get beat, and we were going to make sure that we worked as hard as we possibly could as a bare minimum to ensure that nobody beats us through hard work or a lack of effort.
You've changed the formation a little bit. We've sometimes played a back three in recent times. Was that to do with the unavailability of Sam Reid, or were there other factors as well in terms of your thinking with that change?
Yeah, I just felt that at the moment in time we've been kind of, I've watched a number of National League games this season. I've seen a lot of sort of Wealdstone games. I've seen a lot of Woking games, seen a lot of Altrincham games. I've seen a lot of Halifax games more recently. And the times I was watching Altrincham, I just felt that 4-2-3-1 was something we've been playing quite predominantly, and I felt like if we could maybe tweak something a little bit and have an opportunity to maybe try something different to try and get a different result. Because if you keep doing the same thing, then the opportunities don't necessarily come that things are going to change that quickly. It can feel very samey. So I felt that we've got good players who can play in that shape that we went into today. Obviously, having Jake Cooper back gives a real added, sort of bonus for us as a group. And I thought, I don't really want to single anyone out or single everyone out, but I thought he was outstanding considering he hasn't only started a game on Tuesday and could go again today.
Yeah, fully agree on Jake Cooper. I mean, obviously one of the things that happens when you play that system is initially you're asking Carell Redding to play as a wing back, and it looked in that second half as if you tried to get him further forward in the pitch. Obviously one of our most dangerous players, and that really helped us in that second half.
Yeah, I think obviously the conditions play a part here today as well.
Yeah.
Obviously there's a bit of a slope and there's a bit of a wind, and obviously you have to take that into account. I felt that we could have tweaked the formation at half time to try and nullify the areas that Braintree had caused them some problems, but we felt we wanted to try and risk it. We felt the risk reward was there for us if we could get Carell a little bit higher up the pitch and get the ball to him more often, that we could create some opportunities off the back of that. And I do firmly believe that Braintree will feel they've had enough scrambles to have scored today, and I feel that we've had enough scrambles that on a different day one of the team wins it and pinches it, but probably a draw is a fair result, and it gives us a good base to build on. And what I'm really pleased about with the players is there was lots of opportunities there under a lot of pressure from the way that Braintree play, which is, all credit to them, that we had to stand up and be counted, and we certainly were that today.
I'm going to pick out one player that I thought really made a difference for us when he came on, was Keaton Ward, who and as the game went on, it felt we got better and better, and I guess that's got to be an encouraging aspect of it, is that the performance grew stronger as the game went stronger, and I thought Keaton Ward was a big part of that.
Yeah, I think we spoke about it. Obviously, I've only had 2 training sessions with the players since Thursday, and the players that were not starting today, I had good conversations with them about the point of difference they can make coming off the bench. And if you look at Keaton Ward, obviously Ollie Crankshire and Charlie Kirk, you've got 3 players there who can really be a point of difference in the final third, and we challenged them to do that when they came on. They tried to do that. I think all three have had opportunities where on a different day they end up being the hero and winning the game for us. But I think that probably what we had available today, obviously we had 6 players on the bench, and that was everybody that we had available in terms of fitness wise. So we're going to have to work hard to try and get people back fit and try and keep these players that are available fit, so that we can push on competition for places, and the lads are now fighting for the shirt against Slough next weekend.
and that is a huge game for the football club. Altrincham has obviously got a great history in the FA Cup, perhaps not so much recently, and it's an opportunity, a massive opportunity, and I guess in all sorts of ways an incredibly important game for the football club.
Yeah, a huge game of football for the football club, and obviously, like you say, Altrincham's history is sort of well known to everybody, about how important that is. Now, the onus is on the group of staff currently and the players currently to try and create our own and add another chapter in that. So it's a competition we want to go as far as we possibly can in. We know that Slough won't be an easy challenge at all. I know, a little bit of what they're like from managing down south last season. So we have some insight into them, and we're making sure that this week we're approaching it to try and continue our time in the FA Cup, because what a competition to be in.
Thanks very much for your time.
Many thanks.